I got involved in the trust through my friendship with Bernie and Kay, which goes back to my business days, my early 20s. And we reconnected some 30 years later when I became chair and lead of the fundraising committee for the United Charitable Trust. But little did I know that I would actually find my wife would be diagnosed, Sue, with Parkinson's 5 years ago. And then it really hits home, and it really does become personal. It focuses the mind, it builds energy, builds drive, builds commitment, and those are the sorts of things you need to do extraordinary things.
My mother suffered from Parkinson's, so that was a 15-year journey with Mum. I'm really laser focused on finding a cure for Parkinson's.
My late father had Parkinson's, and yeah, I suppose I saw the effect that it had on him. Is a cruel disease, so putting a bit of time and effort and resource into Cure Parkinson's NZ to me is important.
My grandmother passed away in 2002 after a probably 20-year decline with Parkinson's disease. There's nothing quite as motivating as having a personal connection to something like Parkinson's disease, because it drives the motivation and it really drives the burn to do this really important work.
My interest goes back a long way, but it's the families who've given us the most precious gift you can ever give to research, the brain of their mum and dad. And I always say, you know, we don't own the brain, we look after it for the families. They've given it to us in trust, and as one of the donors said, you said, you know, look at the brain and find out why these cells are dying in the Huntington's and Parkinson's, and help our kids. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
A few years ago, 3 very prominent neurologists described Parkinson's disease as an emerging pandemic, and it is in fact the fastest growing neurological condition in the world. In just another 10 or 15 years, the numbers of people with this awful condition could be double what they are today.
One of the things that keeps me awake at night is, despite my father having it and me knowing that it's not a genetic disease, is how would I cope or feel if I had it? Yeah, it's terrifying.